got a good helper there. Okay, what we're doing here today is making some balloons, and the kids are going to show you how their balloons look when they're being made. We had a little problem with some of the balloons today because they shrunk up, but you can see that they're looking much better now. And if you want to hold up your balloon, and no, don't stand up because then I can't see the people behind you.
There's the orange one.
And we'll see how they look now, and how they're going to look when they're done is much more beautiful, because what are we going to do with these after they're dry? We're going to paint them. And where are we going to put them, Kyle?
We're going to put them up under the water.
We're going to make them fly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, put them up in the roof.
I told you I had some magic way of making these fly, remember?
No.
I have some pixie dust from Never Never Land that we just spray on these and they fly. Do you believe that, Joseph?
No.
Oh.
Never think.
Well,
You're going to use.
now the fairies probably died because you don't believe in pixie dust. Okay.
She did die.
And there's Ashley's over there. I didn't get that one. Okay, and we're going to see how these recycled newspaper and these balloons turns into something really, really beautiful. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. What do you have to say, Raphael? Okay, Brandon, have you enjoyed working on that, or is it kind of a pain in the neck?
Pain in the neck.
So-so?
It's a pain in the neck.
What about you, Billy? Have you enjoyed doing this project? Why?
I think because
It's fun? Because why?
it's messy.
And you like being messy, Tyler?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is getting real.
Helen, have you enjoyed doing this project? You're going to enjoy the part when it's painting probably time, huh?
No.
That'll be fun.
Not for now.
Okay. Because they're what? This is room 23. As you can see this morning, the class is working on some stories. They're working on some stories about the beach. They're working with partners. They've already written a lot of vocabulary. Now they're writing stories that go with those. All right, power failure, but we're back in our room. We want to show you some of the things we made this year. Across the top of the room, you can see our covered wagons. We studied about the westward movement. Wagons, we studied about the Oregon Trail and what it was like to be on a wagon train going west, and these wagons were made by different groups in our class. Coming over here, we see some literature packets that we did. We read a wonderful story called Wharton and the King of the Skies. This is our work on that. And we also made our balloons. Our balloons that are flying in our classroom had to do with that story. Let's take a look at those. We'll look it up here. There's some really pretty ones. These kids made these out of paper mache. And then they painted them, and it was a big mess, but it was a lot of fun. I think there's one somewhere right there. Okay. Over in this corner, we see some book jackets that the kids made about some books that we read this year. We have The Magic Bicycle. We have some book jackets there. Mouse and the Motorcycle. And one of our favorites was the Dave Gervecki story. Dave Gervecki was a hero of a baseball player that we read about, and these are some of the book jackets that the kids made. Okay, have something to do with our unit on bugs and insects, and what we have here are some ant cities, and they were created by different members of our class, and we laminated those. They look really fine. Good job. A lot of focus there. Next to that, we have cycling wall. Actually, we were studying about the ozone layer and how CFCs and other things damage the ozone layer, so we learned about cycling, and these little mats you see here were made by some of the students. We wove these mats out of plastic bags from the grocery store, and the illustrations show the ultraviolet rays penetrating through the Earth's atmosphere and damaging the ozone layer because of the CFCs in our atmosphere. Those are all very uniquely done. Everyone did one differently, and I like those a lot. On our back wall, we have some beautiful artwork. Some butterflies that we made and some kites. These were painted. They show symmetry, and they're very nicely done. On the door over there, you can see our paper quilt. We made a cloth one, too, which I haven't got put together yet, but they each made a quilt square, and together it made a quilt. Me here. I'll try to back off a little. We have some flags. We studied about the history of our flag, and each group made a different flag from our history. And these are very nicely done. I've had these up for a while. Okay. Over here we have our new computer. We've enjoyed that a lot so far this year, and we have some artwork that the kids did on the computer. A family that we wrote to in Africa. It's Mindy and Stan Myers and their children, who are the same age as ours. We have some language that the children did. We were studying insects, so it kind of relates. We did some ladybug poetry and some insect language. And they made the ladybugs that went with those also. Last look around. Over on this board we have our plan, all the things that we did this year. We started out with where we live, and the first Americans, artists, authors, healthy bodies and nutrition, all about our history, protecting the earth, how things live and grow, and we're ending up with life in the sea, oceanography unit. I'm going to just take one last look around the room as the kids are working, and this is how our room looked at open house. It looked really nice. They did a lot of really nice work. Oh, we forgot to show you our bug prints. These are fingerprints that we made into little bug pictures. They're really cute. They did a great job. Oops. That's okay. I think we're still connected. Oops, check and see how your kids are doing.